In 22-23 season, the next Fergie incoming, Erik Potter, Dutch magician. In 23-24 season, clueless, semi-final Ajax bottler, ball fraud. These were the different end statement with only just one season apart that targeted towards Erik ten Hag. Prior joining the Red Devils, Erik ten Hag had made a name for himself as one of the hottest managers in Europe after leading Ajax back-to-back Eredivisie champion and just a goal away from leading them to Champions League final. When ten Hag confirmed joining Man United late into 21-22 season, all eyes and expectations were on him and Man United performance every single match. With promising preseason, including anticipating signing, showcased Erik ten Hag and Man United were ready for the new season. But came crash hard, losing the first two matches, ended on 20th in the Premier League standing. Under unimaginable pressure, Erik ten Hag made adjustment on the team play plus last-minute signing addition of Casemiro and Anthony. Erik ten Hag eventually enjoyed a successful first season, climbing back to third place, secured a spot in Champions League, and won the League Cup in his first season. Coming to this season, Erik ten Hag made a polarizing decision by making several questionable signings like Mason Mount and Andre Onana, both solid signings but were not the clear-cut priority signings, but allowed the Golden Glove winner David De Gea live on a free. Furthermore, Erik ten Hag also made a statement to have Man United be the best transition team playstyle-wise. However, all talks hype built up, Erik ten Hag this season has struggled massively, got kicked out of the Champions League in the group stage, and seems nowhere near top 4. In movers, many pundits or us fans have been questioning some team selections and tactics approach being too wide open. This begs the question, is Erik ten Hag really the manager carry Man United forward? So in this video, we'll have a look into Erik ten Hag tactics approach, both in and out of possession, factors affecting this season, plus is he the right manager for Man United? In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you in any shape or form stumble into this channel and somehow somewhere like this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel, as each of your precious subscription will be a massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. Till today, Erik ten Hag had led Man United total of 105 matches, obtained 62 wins, 14 draws and 29 losses, resulted in a 59.05 winning percentage for the Dutch manager. Before joining Man United, Erik ten Hag had been lauded for his tactical approach in Ajax, being a high-line defense combined with constant high-chance creation, embodiment with the Johan Cruyff winning with style. Coming to Man United, where the team embraced the rigid counter-attacking style contrasted with the possession-based idea from Erik ten Hag. Hence, in order to make use of what Erik ten Hag have, Erik ten Hag tweaked his tactics into a more counter-attacking playstyle, utilizing the pace and scoring process of Marcus Rashford to several success. Let's take into in possession. From the goal kicks, often two centre-backs were split out near the edge of the 6-yard box, and at that times, our fullbacks were tucked into the midfield, but in this season, normally Dalot will tuck into the midfield or into the central of the pitch. But here, there was a catch in these tactics, as if the ball was passed to Varane or maybe onto the right side of the pitch, Dalot will normally stay within his role as an inverted fullbacks. But on the other side of things, if the ball was passed to the left hand side or to Martinez, Dalot would then shift to the right back spot in order to maintain auto or back three formation, as normally Shaw would then push up high onto the left hand side. Therefore, midfield is where it gets very interesting, or far interesting, and I was being generous. Erik ten Hag had a knack to constant switching the roles of the midfield and can be contributed to the total football philosophy. During the start of the season, Mount and Bruno or maybe Casemiro would take turns in the midfield to either drop between the centre-backs or near the centre-backs to receive the ball. But these have some knock-on effects that all three of them were not the typical deep-lying or high level of deep-lying playmakers. Even worse, apart from Mount, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes were very more trigger-happy passer. Upon receive the ball, they were more likely to search a forward pass instantly due to the fact both of them had been very average in press-resistant players, and Fernandes, although possessed amazing chance creation but very prone to being tackled or easily being brought down, makes him tend to release the ball far quicker and hence easily have many turnovers. while Casemiro on the other hand will quite have the bad awareness of his surrounding. When he had received the ball, he got easily caught slipping from behind, turned over in a very dangerous area. While adding salt to injury, Mount and Casemiro had their fair share of injury troubles, led to McTominay and Eriksen being introduced into the team, but McTominay an even poor in the possession midfielder, and Eriksen, although capable to play as the deeper face, but was not physical to combat any tackles. This made Man United hard to control any matches through the midfield until the introduction of Kobe Menu. While moving to the forward one, is a head-scratching one. The wingers, either Rashford, Garnacho, or maybe at times Anthony, their task is to hug the tuck line, while the fullbacks will allocate the half spaces, and even at times Bruno Fernandes, attacking midfielder, will join into the attacking phase or suppress the defensive line, made a 5v4 or even 6v4 situation in the defensive line, overloading the opponent's penalty box. Even so, there was a weird situation that if there was no option for the wingers to pass or maybe to make any moves, the fullbacks will come close to the wingers, or even midfielder will come close to the winger to provide as an option to the pass. However, this will lead to them dragging a defender closer to the ball, hence to suppress the space to operate in that area. So in possession, the wingers with the ball can still remain to touch the touch line, with the fullbacks will to do the underlap or to create space for the wingers, and without the ball side, or maybe those or what we call the weaker side of the pitch, wingers should come more into the central zone, and also the fullbacks will then take the touch line to provide the width on the defense. In that case, that the winger, when he drive into the central, they will have an option to pass to another inside wingers, where they will most likely come into their stronger foot, either left or the right side, and then to provide as an attacking threat towards the opponent's goal. But despite that, the position that suffered the most is most likely the striker or the number 9, meaning Højlund. Højlund had 13 goals in this Man United situation have been bonkers. Due to Man United wingers were more of a shoot-first mentality, apart from maybe Garnacho have a little bit of a pass or a creative side of his thing, where Højlund had been very suffered for lack of services and had been one of the lowest, having the lowest shot or the lowest touch in the box for Man United, or maybe as the whole Premier League side. But Højlund himself is not a perfect striker, as his movement and holding play have been quite raw and requires several of his work. One of the weaknesses that is his movement inside the box had been very unselfish, but really lacked the killer instinct to get to end of any cutbacks or maybe to receive any passes into the box. On out of possession, Man United have been notorious or great news for opponent for their highly vulnerable in defending counters and box cutbacks, and it came down to many reasons like tactics, rest defense setup, and player profile as well. Due to Ten Hag's tactics, commit many players forward, left that E4 even at times 3 players behind the ball to cover massive spaces. To make things worse, many Man United players were the worst profile in recovering spaces. Casemiro has since lost a lot of his pace since his last season suspension. McTominay not the fastest player and did not have the defensive awareness. Fernandes hustled back a lot but also not the quickest player. Eriksen had been too old. As for defender, Maguire, if you know, you know. Dalla was quick, however he was thus almost the furthest players in the Erik Ten Hag system, while Shaw can often struggle to race back. Let the Varane and Martinez capable return to defense, but asking them to defend a 4v2 or a 5v2 situation will be mission impossible. Yet this is not the worst issue. Man United defending cutbacks had almost non-existent. This could easily be related to a lack of awareness defensively for the players, as a lot of them were ball watching but not picking up any runners crashing the box. Best example against Spurs' first goal. When Porro plays a ball to Dejan Kulusevski in behind Luke Shaw on the right flank, United began to retreat towards their own box. Spurs midfield Pape Sarr is moving towards the United box, not making a run so much as just jogging and following the play. Mason Mount doesn't seem to know where he is, but that's okay. Sa in the moment is not a threat right now. United have plenty of men back dealing with more important issues at the moment. Kulusevski gets the ball and drives towards the byline, giving Spurs runner times to get into the box. As Sa had arrived at the top of the box, he is now becoming an attacking threat, and he is all alone. Nobody picks Sa up, and when Kulusevski's cross was deflected away from its intended target towards the back post, no one had noticed that Sa had been following the ball and was in possession to tap in home. And easily say that the similar situation had happened many times with different people. The definition of insanity really is to try the same thing over and again, and hope it changes. But what's the factor affecting Erik ten Hag and Man United moving forwards to greatness? Is due to incompetence of Erik ten Hag or lack of quality players within Man United squad? To me, there was no straight answer to that. A new manager came in normal circumstances that seek to bring a whole new idea in play style and managing standpoint. Similar to workplace, if a manager reports to the work, they will have new approach to the work, but most importantly, and could be the most significant, they will have the intention to have a subordinate that suits his idea. Same goes with football. Erik ten Hag has his vision how his team should play, as he's brought in Lisandro Martinez as his cornerstone, Harrison as his fundamental player last season, and this season to further implement he brought in Onana, Mount and Højlund. All of them have something in common as they thrive under possession play style, where it was highly contrasted with Man United previous counter-attacking reliance play. This led to many times Man United play style identity had been a mix with players, possession and counter-attacking, hence collapse in the tactics approach. But the worst part of this season is the injury riddles occur on multiple players like Martinez, whom should be the most important in the build-up phase. Also, Erik ten Hag has strongly pushed Man United for his vision by requesting multiple players to be sold like McTominay and Maguire, yet Man United unable to have that happen. This aside, Erik ten Hag was not without fault as well. Earlier this season, he stubbornly stick to McTominay after his injury brace against Brentford really hurt his team, plus some of his subs had been questionable at times. In short, my take is that Erik ten Hag had not overseen a quote real full redevelop on his team, and Man United internal culture had been uninspiring with the senior players. So a full revamp in the locker room and players with carefully planning with Erik ten Hag on his players fitting his playstyle would be a must. Nonetheless, Erik ten Hag tactics had massively risked like prone towards counter-attacking, but no tactic is perfect. As strong as Man City or Liverpool, they have faced some defending counter-attacking issues, yet they have plans to reduce the threat. In the end, Erik ten Hag definitely needs to stay in Man United and have a true rebuild on the squad. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Do you see the issue for Erik ten Hag's tactic, and will he continue as a Man United manager in your books? Comment down below so that we can have a discussion. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one.